Welcome back to the SPARQ Observatory. This is Steve Smith, and we are continuing our processing with our LRGB NGC 3628 Hamburger Galaxy from Melanie. Last thing we did was local histogram equalization, so we kind of brought out a little bit of contrast in the galaxy. The last thing that I usually do when I'm in PixInsight is I use a script called Dark Structure Enhance. So I'm going to make this image a little bit bigger again. There we go. And so Dark Structure Enhance is a script. We'll go ahead and open that up under Utilities, Dark Structure Enhance. And so this is a script. And so there are some settings here, but we don't, I generally just leave the presets where they are. And what this is going to do is exactly what it says. Dark Structure Enhance. It's going to look for areas where there are dark structures. And for us, the only thing that we're really interested in for this is especially this dark dust lane that's cutting right through the middle of the galaxy here. This is an edge-on spiral galaxy that's been a bit deformed. But we want to see if we can bring this out, and we're going to try this script and see if we like the results. If we do, we save it. If we don't like it, we don't. Again, we're in the kind of more subtle areas of doing our processing now, and some things will work for some images and some things won't. This is not particularly difficult to deal with. We can go ahead and just go ahead and click OK, and let's see what happens. It's going to run the script, and it's all done. We'll close the process console there, and it can be hard to see what if anything happened. It does to me look like there's a little bit of a change in our galaxy. This is starting to look really sweet. I love all these details, and I can see these little pink areas that we're going to enhance a bit, and some blue areas. Those are going to be nice to bring out. We've got a little bit of a trail here from the galaxy where some of the gas and stars are being torn away from the galaxy. Nice to look at, not fun for the galaxy. I'm sure that's kind of painful. And let's go ahead and do, again, we can do our Control Z and Control Y, and it will undo scripts as well as processes. Whatever you just did, it will undo that last thing, and then you can go back and continue through different levels. So Control Z to undo it, Control Y. Very subtle, very subtle. But I think am I going to want to keep this? What I'm looking at especially is I'm not seeing a whole lot of change in the area in the dust lane, but I am seeing some areas around the galaxy where there's a bit of a glow. So if you look in this area and maybe up here, when I add the script in, sorry, when I yeah, where are we here? Undo. If I undo it, if I redo it, it's kind of added almost like an artifact, a line in here. I notice it especially here. So if we redo and undo. So this is, this can be a problem with some of the processing. I'm going to enlarge it just to kind of give you a better idea of where I see that there's a problem with using this tool on this particular image. Redo. And it's this kind of line and this line up here that I don't particularly care for. So I think we're just going to leave this image as is. Without using the Dark Structure Enhance. Dark Structure Enhance is especially useful if you're doing emission nebula and things like that, where there's a lot of subtle contrast within the nebula. For this image, it doesn't particularly work very well, so I'm happy to leave it off for right now. And that will do it for us. Okay, so back to our regular size image. And I think we're kind of ready to go. All right, so that's it for dark structure enhance. Again, we're into subtle things, and maybe you want to use it, maybe you don't. In this case, I'm deciding that I don't want to use it, and I'm just going to leave it as the last thing that I did is LHE. Okay, thanks again for joining me. This is Steve Smith of the SPARQ Observatory. See you next time.